Hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and we are in need of a serious shift in strategy. We are playing War on the Sea, the Tokyo Express mod is in effect, and we were playing as the Japanese. Having thought about things quite a bit in between this episode and the last, come to the conclusion, unfortunately, my aggressive strategy is not exactly working, so I'm going to be pulling my forces back a little bit, probably going to be testing my patience in doing so, but the forward advanced line that I'm trying to set up just isn't working, so I'm going to pull back until we can marshal enough of our forces in the area around Rabaul to come back down with confidence and parry some of these air attacks, especially if they're going to start sending out surface ships that disappear off the map when we don't have enough scouts up, which we don't. So, day 2 of Operation Mo, 8:48 in the morning. Let's start pulling these guys back a little bit. Probably keep them in this general area right here. This will get us up into nightfall. Supply 1 is in pretty dire straits, to be honest with you. They're taking quite a beating, so... And then Task Force 1 taking a look at what we have. The Aoba is... they're fairly well off, but they're... what am I thinking? Their flight deck's damaged. There we go. Had to think about it there for a second. So I'm going to pull everybody back. Once I get them into this area, I'm going to go into the tactical map and assess their damages. And probably do some reorganization. And hopefully in the meantime, our air forces out here can stumble across something to sink, give us a little more command points. And if we take a look at our own losses, we've lost 11 ships for 31,000 tons. The enemy has lost 5 ships for 25,000 tons. So this is completely unacceptable, and quite frankly, something I'm not used to. We did lose 6 merchant ships. So, without those losses, the losses would be pretty even. We've got the Fubuki, or this Fubuki class, and Furataka also being repaired. So, we will pull our forces back, remarshal, or reorganize in this area, and hopefully we can get up to the day 7 mark and start sending more units down. Guadalcanal is kind of holding on. Florida Islands, that might be a better first target for us, because we're just about halfway with 495 troops. If I can take Florida Islands, that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. So I'm going to try and get these guys out of here, see what our air crews can come up with along the way, and hopefully report back with some better news than we're getting our asses kicked. Okay, so we have found that other destroyer that we lost the last time, and we do have a scout up and about. 3 scouts, actually, and they're all armed. So we will use them to our advantage. I'm going to engage with Task Force 2. And this time I'm going to send the Nishin away from the action. So let's begin this engagement here. Okay, we're gonna have them patrol kind of in a pattern that we'll just have them come out like this. Alright, and then I believe that if they hold true to the strategic map, they're going to be over in this direction, so we'll see what we can find. 54% visibility, sea state is 6. Not the best, but it's what we have. See if we can see anything from our ships. There we go. Let's pause here for a second. Let's have all three of these guys form up. Have them form up into a line ahead pattern. Kind of come in like this. Have them all target this destroyer, who has seen better days, so hopefully our air crews can take them out. Let's identify her as... oh, let's see, what could you be? Too small in the rear. Wow, what is that? Clemson. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm still getting used to some of these new ship types. I would say that's not you. Maybe a destroyer escort. Maybe not. Oh, what the hell? I'm looking for this area right here to match up, and it's not really matching up. Also, the guns. C2 forward. It's definitely not you. There we go. Nope. Oh yeah, yeah it is. I mistook the guns in the back for some reason. Going blind, I guess. Egg leaves. Okay, Nishan. Have you brake. Slow down. We're gonna target just to get a bearing here. 21,000. Just outside of range. Okay, so Tenryu, how's your ammo situation and your damages? Damages are fine. Let's get you bumped up. Keiko. High explosive, narrow spot. Target the gleaves. Have them come out just a little bit so they don't have any collisions. Target Gleaves. Target Gleaves. Hopefully with our air coverage here, we won't lose sight of her and we can sink her. Maybe get one more command point. Let's get these guys formed up. Okay. Move in on the attack. Alright, you guys are good to close the distance. Pull ahead. Float planes attack. Still kind of a strange concept for me, seeing these armed float planes, even though I've watched enough playthroughs of other people's to know that float planes can actually be kind of deadly. And honestly, I found that out myself as they attacked me. It was unfortunate. Oh well. We tried. We did lose one Pete, so warm up, climb, speed up. Oh shit, we're gonna lose them all. That's not good. Keep you circling. Try not to get shot down in the process. Alright, let's switch over to our naval forces here. See what we have. We got an 80% solution. They're definitely within range, I would say. Yep. Okay, attack the Gleaves. Tenryu. Open fire. You're still a little bit out of range. Have you pick up the speed. Keiko, what are your secondaries? I'm going with Keiko, just because I'm a geek, and Keiko O'Brien from Star Trek, that's how they pronounced it there. Sorry, McTavish, I gotta do it. 16,000 yards, still outside of range. We got 24,000 yards on the torpedoes, but being a very highly maneuverable destroyer, I don't think hitting her with torpedoes is going to really have much effect, or actually happen. So hopefully our one little Jake up there doesn't get shot down, or Pete, sorry. See, how are we doing? What's our damages? Critical and moderate. Okay. Do we get a couple decent hits on her? That should really help us out. Got to slow her down a bit for sure. if we can close to within probably 12 to 15,000 yards, I'm going to turn for a broadside. I could probably do that with Keiko now. Actually, that doesn't really matter. She doesn't... Oh, there's that there. Okay, Pete, how you doing? Can't tell if that's her making... Yeah, that's her making smoke. She's not... Hasn't been hit yet. Pete's eye view. Okay, I want to keep you above her. Okay, how we doing? Let's check our ammo. I don't want to run out of ammo here. Alright, looks like she's actually taking some damage. Okay, hold your fire. Try and get this set up here. She's still at 24 knots, 19,000 yards. Our hits are still coming in. They're not doing bad, just not as good as I'd like, so I'm going to take over a little bit. Let's see. That round right there. And hold your fire as we evaluate how effective manual fire is. If they don't come in soon, they're going to be way behind her. We're off to the right. Or left. Port side miss. So let's put this right there. Okay, hold fire. Probably already missed it. Now we were too far behind her. Alright. I'm gonna let them do their own thing for a little bit. Still not within range. Barely closing. Let's see how this force is doing here. 18,000 yards. What's your max range again? 20,000. Okay, we're gonna break you off. Turn you so all your guns can come to bear. We're gonna keep Keiko as she is for now. But you need to adjust your course a little bit. Get you up to speed. Okay, Keiko, I think it's time for you to turn and bring that rear turret to bear. How's your solution? 48%, 50. Okay. She hasn't started firing at us yet, so let's make sure our scout doesn't lose her. Alright, hold your fire. Okay, Gleaves. See how we do with this one. Our hits are coming, just not close enough. We're getting rocked in these Sea State 6. Too far. Let's put this round right there. Here we go. Luckily, I think Sea State 6 is, or 5 is no friend to the Gleaves any more than it is for us in terms of speed. Alright, we got a little bit of a good hit there. I think we're out of, yeah, we're out of high explosive on the Keiko. Got a hit on her stern that caused her to lose some forward progress, so see what else we can do here. It's down to 18 knots. She hasn't maneuvered at all, so it's a maddening waiting game for your shells to come in, especially when you click away from the ship and you don't know if they've actually landed or not. We're just going to assume we missed and go with the next salvo here. Yeah, she would have lost more speed if we'd actually managed to hit her. We're losing solution. Really want to conserve my ammo as much as I can. All this for a destroyer. How close? Get my stopwatch out and time these shells, see how far or how long it takes him to get there. Nobody else seems to be making any progress on hitting her. She's maneuvering now, though. That's gonna fuck everything up. $20,000 yards. They're holding it just 20,000 yards, so have you guys turn in a little bit to go with our Pete. Pete's taking damage. See how far in they actually turn. Looks like she's just readjusted here. Oh, got a hit there. All of our guns are... Oh, nice. Okay. Hold your fire. Not sure how they're all within their arc, but I'm not going to complain about it. Let's get them reloaded. Secondaries are almost within range. Hey, Tenryu. Just back up to 21 knots. That's unfortunate. Let them get off 2 salvos here. Make sure no one's going to collide. Got quite a lot of high explosive available to us, so... Shots are coming close, they're just not landing. Have you... Fire. Whoops. Set you to manual or automatic. Okay, you're within range 2. You can fire. How's her damages? Doesn't look like the damages are increasing any, which is frustrating. Let's close the distance a little bit. Let her get off one more shot on her own. Well, we do have apparently full line of sight here for all of our guns. Which is kind of interesting. Not sure why that one was reloading, but it is what it is. 22 knots, 16,000 yards. This Gleaves is really testing my patience here. There we go. Got a hit on her that time. Definitely more concerned with our scout up there than she is with the ship shooting at her. Which is fortunate for our ships. Okay, kind of undershot that one a little bit. Let's get this Pete back into a good search pattern. Last thing I want to do is lose sight of this destroyer. Excuse me. All right, Keiko. Okay, pause real quick. Readjust you. Excuse me. Sorry. Just a little too short on that one. Okay, hold your fire. Okay. Momentary pause in the action so I could help my son. And we are back at it. And I do apologize if this is taking longer and testing your patience. Trust me, I know the feeling. So I could take this opportunity to talk a little bit about my strategy going forward. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, the aggressive approach obviously was not working out the best, and I'm going to pull my forces back until we can get, hopefully, through the first week and get some more command points. I may actually, depending on how many command points I get, go with a carrier. I'm going to have to replace those transports that I lost, for sure. So we can get some troops into the front. But that's going to be definitely something I'm going to be doing strictly at night, because the mod with their aggressive air attacks is just really kicking my ass, to be honest with you. It's not something that I don't think I could overcome. It's just I'm going to have to drastically change my strategy. And as always, if you have any thoughts or advice you would like to throw in the comment section, I'd be glad to take that from those of you who are more experienced with this mod than I am. Like, stop manually firing. It's fun, though. Now we should be scoring some hits. Oh, they're readjusting. So we will do the same. See if our one salvo does anything whatsoever. They may have slowed to put them right into... There we go. That was a good one. Okay. If you want to turn around, we can do the same. Let's get our Pete back into the action here. Okay. Go back to the Keiko. 33%, that's not good. Let her fire on her own for a little bit. Let's check the damages. Critical and heavy. That doesn't take much for with one hit of those heavy shells to slow this little destroyer down. It's just a matter of hitting it because it is a little destroyer. If she keeps spinning, if she spins out, we should be okay, but if she turns around, we're gonna probably match that turn with the Keiko and the Tenryu, and then bring these two kind of on a southerly direction, slow their speed a little bit. Oh, she did turn completely around, so... Let's bring you south, slow your speed, bring you south as well, and slow your speed. Keiko. There we go. Hold your fire. Tenryu, we're going to just put you hard over. Just have you turn like this. Looks like she's taking some pretty heavy damages here. Make sure we're not going to accidentally turn into each other. Plenty of distance. All guns reloaded. Now she's going to be charging into our shells. At 11,000 yards. All three turrets. Okay, Tenryu. Keiko, let's slow you down a little bit. She's turning again. Slightly. Now she's getting hit. Last stand torpedo run is something I'm going to have to watch out for. Keiko's scoring hits. to 13 knots. We'll put the next salvo right there. She's burning. Down to 11 knots. Keiko seems to be the only one able to actually hit her. And that's 8,000 yards. Looks like she just went almost dead in the water here. That is a hurting destroyer. Take a look. Here she burns out there in the distance. Slow your speed down even further. She doesn't seem to be concerning herself with actually hitting us, so possibly because we're keeping her busy with this low plane. Some people just have their priorities all in a jumble. It's down to 8 knots now. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're just going to let the Keiko fire on her own. But we are going to turn her around, so... There's Keiko out there. You can almost see the shells arcing from the ship to the target. Stubborn little destroyer. They're arcing not very accurately either. Hey, Tenryu, slow down. Hold your fire. Bump that speed up and get your turn pulled in. Five knots at 9,000 yards. You right there. Hit her with 2 salvos. Started another fire. There we go. Got one more salvo coming in. And we can call that one a victory. Leaves slipping below the waves. As one beat-up destroyer. Took us long enough, but finally got her under, so that's task force eliminated. One command point gained. Okay. Well, it is what it is. It's an extra command point. We have 9, so you can return to base. Okay. Pulling you up. You're heading up. I've got these guys set up to go up here and rearm at this level 3. That way I don't have to release any of them, but if they're damaged to the extent that they're combat ineffective, I may have to release them. Going forward, there may be some breaks in the timeline here. As we pull back, I don't think we're going to see much in the way of action, but what we do see, I will show you. And hopefully when we get the next week's command points in, we could throw together something sizable, something that's capable of parrying their air attacks, and implement a new strategy. Quick note before we go, the results of the You Decide Our Next Series video vote is in, and Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail won by a pretty sizable margin. So that will be the video for Monday, let's see that calendar up there, Monday the 11th, I believe. We'll be premiering the Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail British campaign. If you voted for something else, I know there were a couple votes for Cold Waters and a couple for Distant Worlds. Once I finish the Unity of Command series, I'm going to start the Cold Water series, and Distant Worlds will come after the Grand Tactician Civil War series. So, if you don't want to miss any of that, and you have not yet done so, hit the subscribe button. I'm counting on my armchair admirals in the comment section. No disrespect intended. I'm an armchair admiral myself, but I could use your advice. So, advisors, feel free to let it rip. And if you like the episode, despite the fact that it was a fairly long episode with little payback, hit that like button. It will help the channel and series out. And we will see you for our next episode of War on the Sea as the Japanese. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a very, very good night.